Hello everyone, welcome to the MovieJar podcast where we watch movies, talk shit about each other's opinions, and give our favorite characters a cookie for their time. My name's Kaya, and I have a web series coming out on February 14th. What's up, Wasteland?
Woo, yeah!
Woo, what's up,
Perfect for lonely
Wasteland?
people.
What's up,
Woo!
Wasteland? Yeah, what would you
Woo.
rather be doing on Valentine's Day than watching our web series?
Kissing
I
my
would
partner.
I would rather be
Fuck,
watching Captain
I
America:
hate both.
Brave New World, which
Absolutely
cuts
not.
in the middle.
God, you two are such virgins. Fucking hell. Anyways, you guys hear that Louis Vuitton is releasing a bag shaped like a lobster?
Thank you, Cameron.
Yeah, no problem. Just needed to bring it to your attention. I can send you a photo if you want.
No, that's not necessary. Um,
Aww.
I mean, okay, it's slightly on topic because lobsters are red, I guess. Speaking of red, today's
I just I,
movie.
I just spat iced coffee everywhere.
Why are you having a
Oh, it's all over
coffee
my
at
monitor.
8
Oh my god.
p.m.?
I can do what I want.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, this week's
Oh my god, it's
movie
all over my
is
mouse pad.
Run Lola Run, um, a German movie from the 90s that is peak cinema. The movie.
This movie's German?
Yeah,
Did you not realize they were speaking
I
German?
couldn't. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
um,
I, I could never
so,
tell.
for those of you who do not know, as this is a little bit more like of a underground movie. I guess it was very difficult to find. Um, it's basically goes over this chick who is trying to get enough money so that her boyfriend doesn't get killed for losing said money in about 20 minutes. She runs through the streets of Berlin to make it happen. That's basically it. I don't know. I'm not good at descriptions.
yeah, but no, but you're forgetting the key part of the film, which is yes, audience may be paying attention. Hang on, how is it a movie and not an episode if it's only
It's
20
20
minutes?
minutes and it's a 90-minute movie.
So basically, what the movie is to say it's simply just a movie is is correct, but it is what is known as experimental filmmaking, and it experiments with the idea of a non-narrative including time loop, which uh, I is a kind of a weird name, so I'll explain.
People
It's a
may be
time
familiar with Christopher Nolan.
well, it's different than Tenet.
True. I mean,
In this
yeah.
the time loop isn't something which is actually explained by the narrative. It is instead just like what would happen differently if Lola did something different, like made a few different choices. What if she hit a character on her way running? What if she didn't? What if she missed them in the entirety? And also, what the lives of those characters would look like once once the film's over, which range from yeah, I could see that to holy shit, she kills herself. Um, and again, it's not explained in the narrative. It is simply basically three different outcomes rolled into one movie, and you just kind of have to roll with it.
Yeah, this was a movie that we had to watch for a class in first year. We
Oh, me
didn't
too.
have to do any sort of like elaboration on it or anything, so I don't have an essay like I do for dressmaker. Be prepared, gang. Um, but but basically, that was how I was able to watch the movie because it was in one of our modules. Like the entire movie was just there. Um, it's very, very difficult to find online otherwise. Good luck. Actually,
It's basically
the
impossible.
DVD King in the city had 3 copies of it, and they were selling them for like $5. And I went there several times, and each time I went, one would be missing. Um, and I really regret not having bought it.
Yes, Cameron. What were some of your thoughts on this film as a enjoyer of experimental filmmaking?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I didn't like movies.
Okay, I
Anyway.
rescind. I would like to apologize to any of the David Lynch Dune enjoyers. You may have wrong film opinions, but I
Come-
should not be mocking the man's least favorite film a week after his death. That
Cameron,
film
did
did
you
him enough pain.
Cameron, did you see Alex and my Instagram stories promoting the episode?
No, I didn't
Well,
actually. I've
Alex
not.
posted Cameron is wrong, and then I reposted that saying Cameron is double wrong.
Turns out when I put you in my Instagram stories, the episode gets views. So
People
Yeah.
just love me.
yeah, they
Eh.
love you. No, they love
I'm what the
Cam-
people want. Thank you very much.
I mean, the Hunger Games episode was quite popular.
Yeah, exactly. People want me. I'm the star of
Cameron
this
and I
show.
have
I am
beef.
better. I'm smarter. I'm stronger. This is a
Okay,
me show
Homelander.
now.
Okay, Homelander.
Yeah.
Anyway,
back
thoughts on the
to
movie.
Anyways, um,
Oh yeah, also Chris
I
isn't here. Deal with it. I'm not
yeah,
explaining shit.
Chris is having an ADHD moment.
Probably.
I I did enjoy this film a lot. I felt that I couldn't find necessarily much to discuss about it until I rewatched it, like the third time.
Damn.
Whoa.
Damn.
Because I watched it once before, and then I watched it last week, and then to get another hang of it, I rewatched it again this week since we delayed our recording. Because it's such a to me this is a very confusing movie to follow. So I did actually have to end up rewatching it a couple times. Sorry, just I had to rewatch it again just to like get a good clear picture in my mind. But I think this is a movie that it's not necessary but does benefit from that. There's a lot of there's a lot of cinematography choices that I really enjoyed that I didn't really pick up on until my viewing this week. And there's a lot of very, very intentional editing cuts. Very, very intentional types of cuts, which is hard to find in a lot of modern media.
How so? That's
So
a curious thing to say. I'm just
what in terms of like in terms of this movie or just in modern media in general?
I'd say in terms of modern media in general, like using this movie as like as a way of showing
So
that
I'll take an example of I'll take my favorite punching bag, Marvel. All right, Marvel Phase 4,
Okay, fair.
excluding Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 because James Gunn, my beloved.
Oh, I don't know. That movie had some. I love James Gunn. I'll suck the man off any day. But that movie had some interesting editing choices.
Oh, it definitely did.
Hey,
Um,
Black Panther looked good.
yeah, Black Panther wasn't Phase 4.
It was.
Yes, it was.
What?
Got a
Black Panther,
sequel.
Wakanda Forever.
Did you not,
Wakanda Forever.
Oh, I didn't watch that one.
bro? It's
I'll
one
be
of
honest,
the
it's
few
hard to-
good ones in Phase 4. Come
Oh,
on,
I'm
man.
sorry that I didn't. I'm sorry that I didn't want to watch all of the Phase 4 media. The what 87 shows per week.
All you need to do is you have to just watch all the other movies Black Panthers. You don't even need that, to be honest. Anyway.
Anyways, I think like it's quite apparent when it comes to big blockbuster films that when you go through so many teams of like such a large team of editors, those sorts of intentional choices regarding things like scene transitions, all that, and like very, very specific color grading. It falls through the cracks because the director can't get to everyone, right? It's humanly impossible. So it's nice to go see a movie. It's nice to go watch a movie where it's very clear that the director has had basically full creative control over the editing decisions, and then but also taken a very large depth of knowledge regarding video editing and applied it to their work, which is another reason why I like art house films in general. Because you can do a lot, you can get away with a lot more shit.
Yeah, there's less when there's less money in the pot, you can put more shit in there.
Like let's getting away from Marvel, let's look at Amelia Perez.
Let's not talk about Amelia Perez.
Let's look at Jurassic World.
Oh, I
No, 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 we're not mentioning Amelia Perez. We're mentioning Jurassic World.
Oh god, my favorite movie.
You have to use Jurassic World as an example now.
Okay, Jurassic World. Fuck, I actually have to remember.
I also
Um,
barely remember that movie.
I remember that they tried to mimic in the sequel to Jurassic World, whatever the fuck it was called.
Jurassic
Um,
World 2.
I remember that they tried. No, it was like, well, yeah, it was Jurassic World 2, but there was like a specific like subtitle to it. And I can't
What is it,
remember.
like The Lost World?
I don't fucking know.
Anyway.
It's not important, okay? Um, so they tried to mimic and like call back to the Velociraptor scene in the kitchen
Mm-hmm.
with that movie,
Mm-hmm.
but they ruined it and fucked it up so much because they didn't do any of the actual cinematography and editing choices that made that original scene tense.
Mm.
And I think people like they were just putting that stuff in there because it's like, oh my god, guys, look, it's like the original.
Look,
Oh my
this is
god,
a remake.
nostalgia.
This is a remake.
Yeah, and and that's like a very common thing in a lot of modern movie making, especially in like big blockbuster hits. So especially in like so if we were to go back to something like Run Lola Run, especially with a lot of the establishing shots actually really well, like they flow really well into the rest of the scene, and I that's hard to pull off.
Mm.
That is really hard to pull off as someone who has tried and tried to get it perfect with that sort of cinematography before, especially when I was doing it in high school. um that is like something that I had to genuinely consult my teacher who has a um master's in cinematography from the UK, in getting it to fit properly. I had to consult them outside of school hours just to understand the perfect way to get it done, to get it right. And even then, I'm still I sort of get it, sort of don't. I'm not even at a point where I can really understand why it works. I just know that it does. But it's just one of those examples that like I can look at this movie and see that basically every single editing decision and cinematography decision was very intentional, which I enjoyed very much.
Yeah, I think like um speaking from experience. So basically on What's Up Wasteland 6 episodes, each episode had a completely different team working on it for all the major departments. So each
Jesus.
episode had a different director, a different cinematographer, a different sound designer, and a different editor.
Oh god, I
That
think I know
that
where this
explains
is
a
going.
lot.
It
I
really
think I know where
does.
this, I think I know where this
Basically,
is going.
well, it's more so this was made for an assessment piece, right? And we had a mandatory screening at the end of our assessment piece where we get feedback from our supervisors on it, right? And the like one of the main pieces of feedback was the sound mixing was inconsistent in terms of the bass volume because the sound designers didn't talk to each other. the
Hmm.
color grade was ever so slightly different between each episode, and it was very different for a specific episode.
Why wouldn't you make it
Because
what?
they didn't. Well, that was the original plan, and then they didn't. Um,
Ah!
and then one of the cinematographers, because the cinematographers were also the color graders, um, and one of them. Okay, to be fair, that episode is very different to the other episodes, so you could kind of excuse it. But like, eh. And also, some of the editing is different, but at least like we all talked to each other. All of the editors talked to each other, and like I made a base template for the opening titles. Someone else made a base template for the end titles, and we talked with the directors like as a big group of all 12 of us to be like, okay, we want to do whip pans, so like you need to like when you're in big groups like that, you need to actually communicate. So that's a lot of the reason why a lot of big blockbuster movies nowadays can also look really inconsistent, because they don't fucking talk to each other. This is why I
Hmm.
made myself the like not like lead editor but the one who communicates with the other departments, because I'm too anxious to not do that.
That's fair
Hmm.
enough. Yeah, I do think that a lot of art house films, as much as people like to shit on art house films, right? I think it's really funny to be like Lamau A24. Um, as someone who does that, I think it's funny. Um,
A24 is. Uh,
when I have a
I don't mean to sound elitist, but I feel as if that's not true art house.
Not anymore.
not
Yeah.
anymore, but it when someone says art house, the pejorative public aren't gonna think of uh I actually don't know enough about art house films to continue this joke. Anyway,
A24 made
Mad God,
Euphoria,
Mad God. They're not going to
Mad
think
God.
about Mad God.
They're not going to think about Mad God. They're going to think like a
Daisies.
that too. Um,
I could
but
name
like,
so many from like the 60s.
oh, wham, wham, wham.
Breathless, the Fireman's
Okay,
Ball.
I'm uncultured. I'm uncultured. I get it. Okay, I'm already dead. Anyway, um, fuck me, man. Anyway, um, I think that a lot of them are just slightly better films when it comes down to it. Like they don't have the scale that blockbusters do. Like there's a fine line between like the the usual physical quality of it and the scale of like a good director on either a blockbuster or an art house film. And I think that art house films and experimental films like this, because auteurs have enough like time and they have limited amounts of money, but they also have enough enough communication with the small team they have to properly make those changes, it does end up with a better end result. It just usually has to be a much more contained end result. Like Run Lola Run is a fairly contained thing, which just operates in the streets of Berlin and out of like the few locations they were allowed to film at. So it becomes a very efficient film. Um, Things like Marvel and Jurassic World and things like that have so much running on, so much that they have to do, so much to do to maintain that scale of filmmaking
They have so
that
much
it's like,
money.
yeah, they have so
Too
much
much
money.
money.
Yeah, that's a fair point to make. It's too much money, so there's no like reasonable level of like, okay, we have to take this back a bit and reevaluate some of these scenes, some of these shots, see how we can cut corners and still look good. Instead, it's we have to maintain this scale of film because everyone wants to have an end game all the time.
It's sort of why when I found out what the budget was for Joker 2 in comparison to Joker 1, I was like, "Oh, it makes sense now." They like the original Joker had a budget of like $60 million. and the sequel had like 300 million.
Oh, it was such a bad movie.
I think
How
Yeah.
do you?
also, like, when you have less money, you have to utilize old tricks. Like, there's. Okay, I'm gonna bring up a movie from the 60s. Um, I had to do
You have
an assessment
to
on this.
revert to the old
That's the
ways.
only reason I know about it is because I had to do an assessment on it. It's called Breathless. It's a French film, and basically they couldn't get. They were filming in Paris at the time that a U.S. president was visiting. Um, and
Yeah.
basically they had to work around the fucking president being there, and they did not get permission to film on the streets of Paris whatsoever. They probably got permission from the hotel that they filmed in, where, because they didn't have access to a dolly, they put a camera on a wheelchair. Um, like, it makes you get creative when you have no money. And I just think that's fun. That's why I like doing, like, what we do now with student films. Like, we get really creative.
Hmm.
What's up,
Yeah, and
Westland?
I think yeah,
Shameless plug, shameless plug.
Wizard Joust. If anyone's listening and they want to work on it, hit me up to the two listeners, one of which is my partner, who is already working on the project.
I I have no current ongoing art project, but maybe I will soon. I don't know. I'm still thinking about if I want to or not.
What's up, Westland
You
season
just
2, baby?
Oh my
what's up,
god, peak!
what's, what's up, Wasteland? But this time it's not just students.
Christmas edition.
Can I get in on it?
Maybe.
Please, I need to edit so badly.
Edit spots are already taken, Cameron. I'm sorry.
No!
Cameron
Anyway.
is gonna have to learn some more skills. Anyway, yeah. But like, I don't know. My personal thoughts on this film are very interesting because, like Kaya, it was one of the things I had to do in first year uni as well for reading the moving image, which is a class that doesn't exist anymore.
We had to watch it for our editing class. I didn't watch it. We never had to,
well,
like, talk about it, so I didn't watch it.
well, we did have to talk about it. So, Lamau, what did we think of the film? Well, it was the first film we watched for reading the moving image, so basically everyone in my course saw it. Um, it also set the tone for what you should watch as a filmmaker, which is that if you're going to go into making films, you should watch the stuff that's in cinemas, and you should look for stuff that is not in cinemas. Run Lola Run being one of those, where it's like a sort of an underground film, if you will. And I thought it was pretty neat. Uh, is it my favorite film? No, but I like it. I think it's fast paced. I like the soundtrack. I like the actors. I think they all play their parts really well. Um, I like I like the idea of a non-narrative time loop. Just like I just think it's silly, and I do find it really funny how the guy who drives the car is destined to hit those guys in every single timeline, no matter. In fact, actually, the best ending is when he gets fucking killed in his car because he hit them too hard.
The
That's the
ideal
best
ending is where he dies.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, and like I do find it funny how so many of the so many of the endings for like the other characters around them are just so tragic. The guy riding the bike either dies by heroin, meets a girl he loves after being having the shit kicked out of him by two guys who he probably stole the bike off, or selling his bike. Like, and the
The
woman
lady
with
with
the
the
kid.
baby kidnapping the baby.
Yeah, it's like if she calls her a sloot, she's like she ends up losing her child and ends up stealing a kid. And if Lola misses her, she still turns around to say fucking Possa, and she converts to Catholicism.
God, I
I just
love time loops.
I just think that idea of the
What if
butterfly
the
effect
baby
is
isn't yours?
I just think the idea of the time loop there. Oh no, and the one where Lola does nearly hit her, she wins the lottery. Is I don't know. I just think that it explores the butterfly effect in such a silly way that I kind of can't help but like because it's like, yeah, the idea of the butterfly effect of these really small changes could just really just throw your life out the window. Um,
Yeah, unlike in Until Dawn, where it just ends up with you dying.
I
Okay, I think I see that we're going there. All right.
Look, man, I
Um,
love that game,
but
but like, fucking hell.
I will say, I will say, the interesting part to this was twofold. One, because in reading the moving image, as much as I liked that course, because it did, start to teach me to pay attention to film, to start to become a little bit of a cinephile, and at least explore what I like, because I couldn't really at the time tell you exactly what I like in any confidence. Now I can say Mad Max, Dune Part Two, uh, They Clone Tyrone, and Slant are my top four films on
The
Letterboxd.
slant, my love.
where's Evil Dead?
Evil Dead is probably number six, but
What's
Oh,
number
what's number
it
five
five?
then?
number five would probably be Everything Everywhere All at Once.
You should
I
fact
just
check
Oh,
yourself.
well, personally speaking, if it's in the top 10, that's still fucking good.
No, I'm just saying, I want a definite answer here.
uh, my definite answer is my favorite film is Mad Max Fury Road, and my second favorite film is Dune Part Two.
what if it
Well
isn't, babe?
done.
Anyway, when we're getting besides the point. Anyway, so I thought this film was interesting from a class aspect because I was trying to show myself off to all of my peers in a way of making them like me. So all my raising my hands in the lecture to answer questions were questions related to class and gender and how those things interact in film because I knew something on the subject and also because I was trying to look cool and smart so people respected me. It worked.
This is why everyone thinks you're a chill guy, Alex.
Oh, oh shit! Bring up Marxism when you're a chill guy. Um,
I'm getting up the chill guy image. Hold up.
but I wanted to explore it through that because I thought that Lola screaming in the casino was like
Iconic.
a it's iconic, but I also thought that it was a metaphor for agitative action when it comes to the lower class taking money that they just don't have from those that have had it better from them. And my lecturer just sort of looked at me and that went, "Oh, no, that's a good point. Actually, I never thought of that." And I went sick. And then they wanted us to talk about how there was a video game aspect to it, and I was like, "Okay." So I went, I sat,
See, sorry, go on.
so I sat back down, and next week we watched Blade Runner. And I realized the true meaning of Run Lola Run. Run Lola Run is an advertisement for walkable cities. Because realistically,
I
think
will
about
say,
it.
when I
Okay?
went to Berlin, it's a pretty walkable city.
I want you just to think about something. I know that the last time we tried to record this, I had like so much basil mojito. Like my partner and I just were too tired to cook because for the last like week we've stayed together. We cooked all of our meals and we just decided we were too tired to cook, so we ordered Domino's in, and we didn't have any mint, and I wanted to use up the rest of my white rum, so we used basil. It actually tasted pretty good. I also added basically a whole lime worth of juice.
Not expired this
Anyway,
time?
no, it was an actual lime that I squeezed. Uh, I juiced an actual lime.
I'm
Uh,
gonna I'm gonna juice you.
Anyway, so I was really drunk, and I got on the call, and Kai was telling me I was too drunk. But you must understand,
You
this
were
film could
slurring
not,
your words.
this film could not happen in Brisbane, because to run from South Bank to Nab in Queen Street takes you 30 minutes.
No, it does
I am
not. It takes you 15.
I'll prove you wrong.
okay. It would have
I'll do it in
taken
5.
anyway. Okay, anyway. look, if this was set in Brisbane, it just would not be doable. She would get run over. Like she would
So like
either get
this isn't
run over.
even from like South Bank to Queen Street. This is like from West End, where like all the actual like houses are.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, from West End to Queen Street to run that, like assuming that she is running at 60 kilometers an hour,
Christ.
which is not humanly possible, but she could not run to any significant place in Brisbane and be able to run around and do all that shit. Because also, if she had to go to the new casino that's in Brisbane, uh, it's like that would even longer. I don't know. I just think that it's interesting that this whole film's premise could not happen in any other in any other like I was gonna say country, but I mean any other continent besides Europe, basically.
Oh
Because
love
yeah,
bread.
I watched Blade Runner, and the whole thing of Blade Runner is that like look at this inherently inhospitable city that just is not livable at all and has acid rain and everything sucks all the time forever. Like after watching that, I was like, damn. So Run Lola Run really is just Run Lola Run is really class agitation. It's agitprop, and we stand that.
Speaking of agitation, um, I need to say something.
Oh no.
This this movie, no, it's positive. This movie is one of the first movies that I've ever seen that uses any form of shaky cam well.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh my god,
They
it is.
like we're told to not freehand holding your camera because it never looks good. They did freehanding actually well.
Yeah, which is amazing because, and guess what? What they did, it's not that hard to pull off. It's just that when other studios try to do it, they basically make it artificial or they
Hunger
run
Games.
too much. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Don't say that godforsaken name into my presence. Um, so it's nice to see that they actually pulled it off, and it didn't make me motion sick.
Yeah, that was something that realistically could have gone very wrong. Like
Mm.
the the sheer amount of running that happens in this film.
I have some fun
That
facts about that for later on.
you can hit us with the fun facts now. It's a fairly chill recording session.
Kai's fun fact segment is back, guys.
No,
I know it's
no,
been a
I don't like the
while.
fun facts. They're not fun.
No.
They usually mean I get hurt in some way or form.
Okay,
Last time I broke my elbow.
then I still
You
don't care. Um,
you
I'm
broke
glad
your
that you got
elbow.
it.
You broke you broke your elbow in response to Kaya watching Dune at 2 times speed.
it wasn't at 2 times speed, it was at 1.25 times speed. Thank you very much. It was not
Uh,
that much faster.
yeah, I fell out of my chair hearing that, and it's gonna happen
Anyway,
again.
so the actress Franca Potente. This all is
Hmm.
in regards to her. So first of all, I found a Variety article, and basically she says that my hair had been jet black from my previous job, so they bleached it 8 times to get it that red, and they got this random dye from London. They did a bunch of tests, but it would wash out. So the entire production, she couldn't wash her hair because of continuity. To be fair, I don't think it was a very long production process, but you know. And
Apparently, she
also,
also found it physically exhausting to do all the running, right?
anyway, hold on,
Sorry.
where's
Sorry,
the
I'll
other where's the I so she says I didn't do any preparation really. I was probably smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day at that point, and I was doing all this running. I was running in rehearsals, running when we shot all the different takes, and I would run again so we could get the sound right. Girlie was smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day and just running for like 10 hours a day. And also, so Lola, like the character, wears Doc Martens in the movie, and instead of just like changing into like joggers or something for when her feet didn't need to be in frame, she just did it the entire time in the Doc Martens because it took 5 minutes to change shoes and there wasn't time.
That's actually kind of respectable. I'm not gonna lie.
It's iconic. And
I've also just. Oh no, you go.
She also says, I've never had to play the damsel in distress, but Lola was a powerful movement forward. There was a level of female fury that I enjoyed getting to play. An icon.
That's fair. Speaking of female fury, turns out she also plays like one of the main villains in the new Castlevania series.
She's also in the Bourne films.
I care about Castlevania more than Jason Bourne.
I'm aware, but like she's in Bourne Identity and Bourne Supremacy.
Also, check out season 2 of Nocturne on Netflix. I was right. You just
Is
need
season 2 out?
Yeah, it's out.
Oh, how the fuck did I not know?
She's in The
It's
Conjuring
fine.
too.
I didn't know it was out either, to be honest. They kind of stealth released it.
Damn.
It's
If,
Castlevania.
if even you didn't know, then I was fucked.
Yeah, no, that was fucked. Because it's a genuinely good season. Like, not to derail things, but like, I think it fixes a lot of and builds off a lot of stuff from the first season. Anyway, back to Run Lola Run.
I'm looking at her IMDb. There's nothing else really all that like stands out to me other than Conjuring 2. Oh, she was in one episode of House MD.
Good for her.
Oh, where's my Vicodin? Mouse bites. I
Okay,
need
so
more
she
mouse
was in like
bites.
all of the Bourne movies.
I feel like
Oh.
I've seen the actor who played Manny somewhere. Like, I really feel like I've seen him somewhere, but I can never figure it out.
I feel like I also looked this up and I couldn't figure it out, but I'm gonna look it up again.
Part of me thinks he looks like Ben Platt, but like European.
Oh, fuck it. Fine, I'll get up IMDb.
No, I'm getting it up. It's fine.
Oh, we're getting it up and cool. Okay.
No, I'm just doing it
Yeah,
on
I'm
my
joking
phone.
all my peanuts.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done it before. What about?
Pitch Perfect has a TV series.
Yeah,
He's in one episode.
it wasn't good.
He's in one episode of that. Nothing else. Oh no, he's in World War Z as a World Health Organization doctor. So like a tiny role.
Damn. He was a good actor.
He's in Speed Racer.
Oh, oh no.
This is
Oh,
terrible.
oh no.
This
We're
is
on
a terrible resume.
we're in the
He's
in the
in,
bad timeline. I say.
Has anyone heard of Fandango? Take that as a
The
no.
fuck is that?
Everything else is pretty much either like random tiny like not popular stuff at all, or it's all in German, so I don't recognize it. Yeah,
What do you
nothing
mean
of
you
note.
haven't? What do you mean you haven't seen?
Die Gang.
I'm not even gonna try and pronounce it because I can't do like a good German
Yeah.
accent. And with the current climate of the
Die
world, knowing what's going on with Elon, I'm going to actually avoid it.
What, Das Experiment?
Oh, no. How did you know?
Oh, there's one in French.
Oh, I found one.
There's
Kill
one in
your friends.
Spanish. What about female agents? This is like a bingo.
Okay, hold on. The lamp in my room keeps switching colors,
Okay.
and it's like I don't know what's going on with it, but like it's gone from like its normal color to like a light blue, and now it's just switched back, and it's done that like 3 times now. Am I haunted?
Maybe.
Guys, there's a ghost in the shell, just like that one movie that Scarlett Johansson was in.
Speaking of Ghost in the Shell, I watched the English dub for this week's recording.
What?
Yep. I found it on a place and it had the English dub. I've already seen it in its German. I gotta say, making all the characters have terrible English accents was a choice.
I've never been able to find any form of a non-dubbed version, so I may actually have to watch this movie for a fourth time.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because I'd always do it in a very legal spot.
This is why I offered to just stream it for you guys, because I have access to it in
Yeah,
German.
I may need to take you up on that offer because
That's an
every
effort.
time that I've gone to my very legal place of viewing, the cinema in my suburb,
I go, hey,
you the
play this strange German film for me, okay?
yeah, exactly. I have a copy of the movie, I swear. Um,
Yes, definitely.
hmm
See, I
yeah, no,
actually
every
did
time.
watch it through legal means because our uni has access to it, so.
Anyways, anytime that I went to like a pirating website to go find this movie, um, uh, just couldn't find any form of the original German audio, and I was frustrated, but I was like, "Fuck it, you know what? I'll just rewatch it." So I'm still yet to be able to find one, um, very legally. So maybe my movie opinion will change from like a nine like a 8.5 to maybe a 9.
Uh, I mean, maybe. If you hear it in the German with subs, it just doesn't sound as odd, and they're not going, "You're right, love."
I don't know. That kind of did make the movie better for me. I felt like I was back in my homeland.
It was a very odd choice to make them all have like really bad English accents.
Yeah, no, they were not. They were bad impersonations of British accents, to say
Even
the least.
even funnier because it's like, why didn't you just hire British voice actors at that
It's like the fucking English. It's like the American dub of Akira.
Look, I
Akira!
maybe I'll
Your
watch Neon Genesis Evangelion in a terrible dub as well.
get on the ground and spread them. No, I would recommend you don't do that because you can watch End of Evangelion on
It's
Netflix.
literally on Netflix.
Yeah.
Anyway.
God, I really hope that we get End of Evangelion this week. It'd be so funny. Please, please, please.
Please.
Anyways, did we end up while I was cleaning all the iced coffee off of my monitor, I don't know if you guys actually gave off your number ratings.
No.
I'd say 3 out of 5.
On a scale of 1 to 10, this needs to be uniform, please.
I'd say 2 bolognas out of a salami.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm actually gonna throttle you. This is a genuine threat of violence.
Okay, okay. If
Hey,
three out
two
of,
plants out of an egg.
okay, my genuine answer, I'd say like 7 out of 10.
I'd also give it like a
Alright.
7 or an 8.
Like I think this movie is great. Do not get me wrong. I think this film is thoroughly brilliant. I think that it's quite, you know, I think that it's good. However, I've come to the realization that though I love movies, I can't keep giving everything a 4 to 5 out of or like a 9 out of 10, right? I have to start introducing some like scaling system. Is this something I would watch very frequently or constantly draw inspiration from? Probably not. The editing suits this film really well. I think a lot of the cinematography choices suit this film very well, and I liked its use of animation. But when it comes to anything, I'm probably gonna do in the future, I'm probably not. Uh, I like it when things are just a bit slower. I think so. Game respects game 7 to 7.5 out of 10, but like, would I be running back to it? Probably not, unless, of course, I wanted to show it to someone.
I will say my favorite part of the movie was probably the soundtrack. It was so fucking good. And I
Oh
like the
yeah,
fact
it's
that the
great.
song changed each time.
Mm.
Peak.
Yeah, there was a lot of small details that I really
Soundtrack was
liked.
great.
Yeah.
Cameron, what's your
Anyways,
rating?
I think I don't think any discussion that we've had today has changed my opinion. I think it's still probably for me like an 8.5 because like there's a lot of technical stuff that I really value, and
Yeah.
I this is a movie that I might actually go back and look at certain editing decisions for.
I definitely would like to see you in a directing role, Cameron,
Um,
or at least a cinematographer role. I think you'd make a pretty good I think it'd make someone pretty good to help direct other people.
that would be very fun. However, that requires me to actually
Buy a camera.
create. No, that requires me to actually create a story that I want to tell. So,
Just have someone else write it.
hmm.
There are plenty of writers who can't direct.
You know what? I'm just gonna make an art house film that has no story or meaning. It's just gonna be cool shit. But I'm gonna make it a fucking banger. Think Pacific Rim without any of the human stuff and like only the coolest shit possible. Add in some impact frames and like
Impact
and
frames
like
in a live action film.
yeah, no, add in some impact frames and like uh you know, I don't know, a big a kaiju that's like the size of a planet. Boom. You got peak.
So Unicron?
I'm really not selling my idea, am I?
We'll
Neither of you
workshop
laughed
it.
at my joke.
I didn't hear your joke.
This is so Unicron?
No, no, Unicron is not a kaiju. Unicron is a
Kaiju just means monster.
no. Unicron's not a monster.
Eh.
Unicron is not a monster. I refuse. No, I'm sorry.
Alex, the Transformers
Alex.
expert on here, we need you to weigh in.
Okay, what's your definition of monster? Because personality-wise, I say eating whole civilizations because now I'm hungry is,
Would you say that Galactus is a monster?
like again, personality-wise, like what? Yeah,
No,
kinda.
like physically. When you think the word kaiju,
I
what do you
guess
think
not.
of?
I think a big lizard. You are right.
Exactly. I'm saying we get like Jupiter-sized lizard.
You know what? Real.
Yeah, and
Let's
guess what?
look to it.
We get like Jupiter-sized lizard. We get like 100 different mechs, and they all like end up like morphing into one, like it's fucking Power Rangers, but on meth. And then boom, you've just got Gurren Lagann, but even better.
Anyway,
Absolute cinema. Cool. I'm the next Martin Scorsese. Anyways, yeah, wheel time.
no. Cookie
Oh, cookie
time.
time. First off,
Literally the main part of the podcast.
Literally in our name, Cameron.
I I do forget that. I'll be fully honest with you. I do actually forget that sometimes.
God.
I just don't think about cookies. I was never that was never the appeal to this podcast for me. I was just like, yes, movie.
Um, I'm gonna start us off if that's alright.
That is
How dare
alright.
you? No, you
Guess
may.
I'm going to give my cookie to the homeless guy, and it's gonna be a beer battered cookie because
Ew.
yeah, it's gonna be a beer battered chocolate chip cookie because I just feel like he'd like that. It's something really odd, and he'd
Beer
like
battered?
yeah, a beer battered chocolate chip cookie. Something really odd and something is bound to cause a variety of different unseen issues down the line, all because of that one choice.
Hmm.
And I'm be real, that's probably that's uh that's probably the best representation for him. He takes one bag, he stays on one train, and now that guy is destined to be absolutely clobbered by a bunch of really thick, hot, muscly German men because he teamed
Well,
up.
okay. Let's cool it down in the studio, huh? All right. You need, Alex. You really need to stop thinking about hot, sweaty, muscly German men. All right.
Anyway, my
The
cookie.
silence is deafening.
My cookie is going to Lola's dad. Okay, look, this took some googling. Uh, I am giving him a cheats cookie, which is a limited edition Oreo cookie that contained cheat codes for games like Halo, Sea of Thieves, and Forza Horizon 3. The cookies were part of Oreo's Unlock Playfulness campaign in 2021. Because he's a cheater.
What the fuck?
No, I respect it. A game respects game. I mean, damn, that is. You know, honestly, Kaya, you win the podcast.
Yeah, no, I can't. I can't think. What? You've actually like.
Xbox Oreo cookies.
I've gotten fucking stun locked by that answer. What do I
Oh, it
do?
was 2023. Sorry, I got the wrong year.
Quickly, just give Lola a red velvet cookie because of her hair.
I'm. I'm gonna give Wolf a red velvet cookie. Because of her hair. Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome.
No, shh, don't let the audience hear you.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
Keep it on the down low.
I
Don't let Kaya
really
know.
hope that we get Conan.
Oh
the
my god,
time
no,
that
no, no. I
Chris
really
is
hope we
in
don't
here,
because
that
I
would
want to
be
hear
so
Chris
funny.
scream.
No, but it would be so fucking funny.
It'd be really funny if he missed.
Okay, no, if we
It'd be
do,
real
we
funny.
don't tell Chris until the next time we're all in a call together.
That'll probably be next recording session.
No. I'm saying that so we can get it on film.
Oh yeah. By the way, before we spin the reel, shout out Armored MMA.
Oh, Pete, yes.
Have you ever wanted to see MMA but they're wearing full suits of armor? No? Well, now you do. Thank me later.
It's
Anyway,
actually so fucking good.
it's really good. It's the only sport I like.
Anyway,
Anyway,
also shout out to What's Up Wasteland. Anyway, predictions.
Predictions.
I really want to get you End of Evangelion.
Cameron,
Oh, please.
the GIF that you posted.
Yeah, thank you. I finally get a time to use that. I've been saving. Do you know how long I've had that GIF saved for?
I don't know.
5 years. I've had that GIF ready and loaded for 5 years, and it
then
finally got
failure
used.
laugh at this use.
I am so happy.
Anyway, I want the Northman because I want to watch more Robert Eggers, my beloved, my goat.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna seriously reevaluate what like movies I have on my season 2 list only because I want more Denis Villeneuve. Like Denis Villeneuve is I really like Denis Villeneuve. Denis Villeneuve was not on the Roman Polanski list, so I can like him.
David Lynch was.
Yikers.
I'm gonna say this. I feel as if a lot of the Roman Polanski list, a lot of those people were not actually aware of his actions.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
But
I think this is getting too controversial for the podcast.
Yeah, there's a little bit of me that's like, oh, maybe they were, and now I need to reevaluate who my favorite directors are.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Anyway,
separate the art from the artist, guys. Am I right?
Guillermo del Toro, please.
Why?
I hope that we don't get Evangelion.
Oh no, it would be so funny. I want to see Shinji in the chair, please.
Is that from that movie specifically?
No, it's from the end of Evangelion, the series, not the movie.
Wait, what?
It's the end of the show.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I thought I'd intentionally confuse you there. Uh,
I hate you.
I want either the Green Knight or the Batman.
Not Superman
want-
this week?
Oh no, I want that as well, but I thought I'd just, switch it up a bit. Because then maybe I'll get Superman.
What do
all
you
I
not
want.
want?
What do I not want? God, what? I don't know, I like movies, so I kind of want to watch things. Even ones with, Aquafinas and,
are you sure about that?
well,
You sure you want to
we
watch
all-
Ocean's 8?
You know what?
I kind of want to swap Ocean's 8. I really just that was put down as a joke, and now I just don't want to watch it.
Well, you know what? You know what, Cameron? We're nearly halfway through this fucking podcast. No more swapping out.
Yeah, we're
It's a
nearly
bit late
halfway
for
through.
that.
We're nearly halfway through, and I can't wait to get to season 2 to get a list refresh.
Yeah, same.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it $1.50. I don't want Watchmen, and I don't want Ocean's 8. I have not watched Watchmen, and I frankly don't want to have to because I was meant to go to Stratty with our friends, but my work on my film is just gonna take it's gonna take too much time, so I'm just gonna not do that. But like I still don't want to devote those precious hours I have next week to watching
And
that.
reading. You have to read all of Watchmen. You said you would.
I did that, but yes, I will reread it again. For like the 7th time now.
Okay, so what if we took like Zack Snyder's Watchmen, we put giant mechs in it to fight the giant starfish instead?
You're spinning the wheel.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Wait, Cameron, what do you
squid-
not
Not a
want?
giant starfish, giant squid.
Oh, oh,
Oh, thank God!
oh!
Oh, thank God!
So
Oh.
close! Oh my god.
Whose movie is that?
That's Chris's.
Chris,
Oh shit!
like
Chris went Nausicaa?
one
Yeah,
of his favorite Ghibli films.
yeah, he likes it.
Huh?
I like it as well.
I've never seen it.
It's one
I've
of,
also
it was
never
one of
seen it.
It's one of Studio Ghibli's first films.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it.
You guys hear about the new Stephen King movie adaptation?
Which one?
The Monkey?
Monkey.
He
I'm not joking, it's a movie called The Monkey.
Wait, is it?
He has
Wait, is that the one I heard that's like really racist, or am I thinking of something else?
I'm not sure.
Hold on.
Judging from the title,
Yeah, hold on. I may be like completely like thinking of something different. That monkey is horrifying.
there you go. Also, speaking of
I'm
calling
not
people
watching
monkeys
that.
and being racist,
Huh?
so my partner and I have been watching the latest Pokemon anime, Pokemon Horizons,
Uh-huh.
and the main villain's voice, his name is Amethio,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, his voice sounds very similar. I look up who it is, and it's fucking Frieza from Dragon Ball. And I'm like, oh my god.
I half
He-
expected
why
you
ha-
to,
I-
I half expected you to say Ghetto from JJK.
Well, yeah. I mean, one of Frieza's most iconic lines is calling people monkeys.
Well, anyway,
Filthy monkey. Anyways,
Thank you for coming to this episode. Very chill episode.
yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna clickbait this episode and say that we cried. So if you came here wondering,
who may cry?
Devil?
If
Devil May Cry.
if you came here wondering, like, where we all started crying, I want you to know I lied to you so we could get views. Anyway, thanks for watching
I'm
episode.
so glad that
Thank
you
you for
understood what I was
watching.
talking about. Thank you. I'm also I need to let you know, because
Can, hold on, can
because
we
the
finish the episode first, or?
no, this is
Okay.
needed for the episode. This is on
Okay.
topic. Um, I need to let you guys know that because Limp Bizkit is featured in the opening credits of the new Devil May Cry
Wait,
anime.
really?
That means that Fred Durst will have a major role in the Devil May Cry anime. It's in his contract for any sort of work that he does.
Wait,
So,
really?
yeah, no, I'm not joking. They used rolling.
It's just one of those days.
Yeah, no. So, anyways, see you guys later.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.